Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to do a few songs again tonight. Hopefully the audio is going to be really good. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. And yeah, let me know in the comments if everything's working as it should. Let's have some good old-fashioned shads. This is Shadoogie. Ever so slightly because we're just peaking ever so slightly there, but well, I hope you're doing well. Jim, Ange, Paul, lovely to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Poppy, absolutely. I will definitely play that for you at some point. Yes. That's right. Let's play this classic. Someone requested this earlier on. And I'm glad they did because I love playing this one. This is Riders in the Sky. go, Riders in the Sky. Good evening, William. Hope you're doing well. It's fabulous to see you on here again. It's, everything's sounding okay, guys. Hopefully you can hear the voice and guitar and backing track all tying in nicely. It's, right, yeah, we'll do this one. This is Kon Tiki. Fabulous song, Kon Tiki. It's fabulous to see so many of you on here tonight. It's wonderful. It's, where did I just see that comment? Angie, I would love to play Nights in White Satin. Unfortunately, it's another song that I haven't played for a very, very long time. But yeah, so I wouldn't be able to do that one off the cuff, unfortunately. But no, sorry about that. But I'm going to play quite a few songs tonight, hopefully. So hopefully I'll find one that's one that you like. Otherwise, but we'll play this classic, 1964, I think this was. Can't remember, I wasn't there. But this is Atlantis. Fabulous song, Atlantis. Bear with me 1 moment. Let's have a look through some of the comments. How you all doing? You all good? Guitar Tango. Wow. Do you know what, William? I haven't played that one for a while either. It's another song that it's really the songs, unless we're doing them in the band and stuff. It's a lot of songs that I play. You do them for YouTube and then forget about them, to be honest. But I'll try and do it another time for you, I promise. No washing machine tonight. No, absolutely. I made sure I switched that off. Yes, Theme for Young Lovers. We can certainly do that one. It's a great song. Can't remember what year that one was, but yes, Theme for Young Lovers. Theme for Young Lovers, eh? Don't write them like that anymore, do they? That's, right, what else we got here? Yeah, let's do it. This is Shindig, or it will be in a minute. Patch is definitely here somewhere. There it is. Salvador, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're keeping well. It's fabulous to see so many of you on here tonight. It's, I hope you're all doing really, really well. It's interesting times at the moment, but we'll get through it one way or the other. go, Shindig. Alfie, no, I don't. I did do the one of Going Home, but again, it's another one that I haven't played for a long time, so apologies, I can't do that one for you, I'm afraid. But, Richard, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. A1234, thank you very much. I would love to come back to Tilburg again, and it was actually in discussions to come back at some point in the next year, but I'm not sure whether that's with everything being on hold at the moment, but I would love to come back to Tilburg. Tilburg is a brilliant event, and really enjoy playing it and just catching up with everyone, really. It's a fantastic place to play. And we were out in Finland early part of the year as well, back in January time. That was wonderful as well. It's been some great experiences. But, for the meantime, you'll have to make do with my front room, I'm afraid. It's, Chris, hope you're doing well. Right, so next one's Saturday night at the Duck Pond, but also known as Monday night at the Reynolds household. Slightly because I'm peaking a little bit there on playing, but hopefully it sounds okay and it's not distorting too much. I will eventually get the hang of this live streaming lark. It's not quite as easy as they make out. Right, I'm going to attempt to try this one because I haven't played this one for a little while, but I'm going to attempt it anyway because as we're in April, I do. This is Spring is Nearly Here. lovely track. It's, who we got on tonight? Mandy, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're good. Philip Manning, wonderful. Find Me a Golden Street. Paul, again, that's another one. If you ever talk to my rhythm guitar player Stuart, he'll tell you all about that song. We used to play it in the band a couple of times, and then we didn't, for some reason we didn't put it in, and I forgot it very, very quickly, because there's a few little technical little bits in that really, for some reason my mind just can't hold them in. But Tony, FBI I will probably do at the end, because that's sort of become a bit of a tradition with doing these, that it's always finish on that one. So if you hang around to the end, I'll do that one for you. But in the meantime, I'm going to play this one. This is The Stranger. If you wanted it 100% correct, you'd have to buy the records. Can you tell me where you get all your tabs and backing tracks from, Charles? Charles, yes, absolutely. A lot of them I don't necessarily get the tabs for. I tend to listen to them and work them out by ear and stuff, but there are plenty of places available. There's a website called tabman.co.uk we can get the tabs from. The backing tracks come from all over the place, really. If they're Shadows ones, you can get them available at Leo's Den, who does the UB Hank CDs and Shadows Workout and various other ones like that. Depends really on the song. If it's not Shadows one, then it comes from karaoke version or YouTube or various. If I can find a backing track that suits the arrangement, then all the well and good. But, hope that helps you. But certainly have a look on the internet. There's plenty of them. There's a website, a gentleman called Goran Tangring, that he has a lot of tabs and backing tracks available on his website, completely free. but if you just type in Goran Tangring, that's Tangring, you should come across his website, hopefully with all of them for you. So I hope that helps. What else we got? Paul Cavatina. Do you know what? That's a lovely song, but I've not got the backing track for it, unfortunately. Not on me anyway. But I will do a song that's very similar for you, which is "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." It's got a similar sort of feel to it. Not that one. Hope you enjoyed that one. Tony, wish I could shimmy like my sister Arthur. Do you know that that's a great song? I learnt that once, many years back, for a charity show that we were doing, and I loved playing it, and it was a brilliant song. And I tried to play it as often as I could to make sure I remembered it. And then I didn't play it for a very little while, and yeah, again, another one I forgot. But I'd love to be able to play that one for you. That's a great song. That and Paul Pulaski or Paul Saki, one or the other. But two songs that I loved playing, always really enjoyed, but always forget them. William, is it a Squire Classic Vibe? Absolutely it is. This is a Squire Classic Vibe Simon Neil signature Strat. About 6 years old now. No, 10 years old. 2010 this was made. I don't think they make them anymore in this particular combination, but I did see the other day they're actually doing a 50s Classic Vibe Strat in Fiesta Red with gold hardware, like Hank's one for about £350, something like that. So brilliant guitar. I've used this for loads of gigs, over 100 gigs now. Always in tune, always sounds great, never causes me any problems. It's just a great guitar, and I never have to worry about it getting damaged. It's got a massive chunk out the corner there, as you can probably see. That's where I dropped a microphone on it once. But it's just a great guitar. Yeah, I can't fault it at all. But Sydney, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're well. Loads of comments tonight. Wonderful. It's nice to see so many of you. Right, let's do slow things down a little bit as well. Yeah, let's do the old classic Blue Star from the Shadows. Michael, Steve, last time's blues guitars were nice. You look great with Fiesta Red though. I thought I'd dig out the Fiesta Red one every now and then. It's I have got the Blue Burns sitting right next to me at the moment, just there, but I'm sort of sticking to sticking just to the one tonight, I think, unless I get any problems with this one, which doesn't happen too often. But there we go. Bit of Les Dawson in that one, absolutely. Any new top range Echo units on the market? No, to be honest. The last one was the Hall & Collins Echo, and I think Blue Nebula, there's a few out at the moment. I don't think we've ever had it so good at the moment, but I must admit I use the G3X for everything pretty much, as you can just see in there. I've got a ESE Echomatic and a Vox Short Tom at the moment, but the G3 just, yeah, it just works really, really well. It's got the volume pedal, it's got tuner. I can't really fault it at the moment. I think it sounds perfect for what I need it for. So there we go. There's a lot of questions coming in tonight. So yes, Paul, yes, to answer your question, the Hall & Collins is a great unit, don't get me wrong, but for what I do, the volume pedal, tuner, everything built in, and the price as well, I do like the G3X. And you can use it as a USB interface if you want to do recording through a computer and stuff, which is brilliant. There we go. Paul, no, you can't. I think Art Deco does patches for the G3XN, but the Hall's Echo patches aren't compatible with it, unfortunately. They're only compatible with the older G3 series, which is this series. Hopefully you can see that. David, yes, I am changing the patches manually on the Echo for each patch. They're basically in a list and you just select them, and it just goes with that. Only because to be a bit more authentic, I tend to sometimes just use one patch, because again, one patch you can get away with quite a lot of songs. But how authentic to the Shadows sound is your Blue Cobra sound? It's pretty good actually. There's a couple, if you get a chance to go on my Facebook or anything on Instagram, there's a couple of videos of it recently that I was using it on. To be honest, it doesn't sound too different to the classic Vibe Strat really. A little bit more mellower than this maybe, but right. Let's play a couple more songs. What else we got? Yes, let's do this one. Always do this one dedicated to my gorgeous daughter. This is Bright Eyes. Sydney, what Shad's track do you find the most troublesome or difficult to remember to play? All of them. No, to be honest, yeah, Man of Mystery is always gives me problems. Peace Pipe sometimes gives me problems for some reason. I'm never sure why. It's there's just a couple of little notes in that always catch me out every now and then. Yeah, all part of the fun of it, isn't it? I've seen Hank forget a couple of little bits and notes and stuff. I've seen Cliff forget some words. William, I would love to be able to play Moonlight Shadow. If I ever could play Moonlight Shadow, I would give up guitar playing, because it is, for me, it was the Shad's and Hank's absolute best. That was a brilliant track. Yeah, if I ever could play that, I'd give up, because there'd be nothing else to aim for. That's about as much of it I can play. But there we go. Can I play something on the Cobra? I will do in just a moment. Yeah, I will dig. I don't even know if it's in tune. Out of the two of them, this one, because I've owned it so long, is like an old pair of slippers, and it's just the guitar that I always pick up and play, and yeah. But the Cobra needs a shorter tremolo arm on it. As you can probably see, the tremolo arm, or the vibrato arm, is huge. I sort of normally play about there, so the arm comes out quite a lot compared to a Strat. But I'll do a couple of songs on that in a little while for you there, I promise. There we go. Right. What else we got? Yeah, while we're in a slowish mood, we'll do a bit of. Let's do Cozy. I know a few of you like that one. Beautiful song for a Monday evening. Charles, lovely to hear from you. I did play Kon Tiki already, I'm afraid, so it's earlier in the session. But Andreas, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? How are you all doing? It's lovely to see so many of you on tonight. 59 of you currently watching. There's obviously nothing good on telly tonight. There we go. Sure, I've got everything up to date there. Right. I'm going to do this song. This came from Hank Plays Cliff. No, it didn't. This came from Hank Plays Holly, because it's a Buddy Holly song. And those of you who remember Sunday nights in the UK, cup of tea, toast, and a good old-fashioned bit of Heartbeat. Hang on. Let's try that again. Fabulous song. Yes, I will give you a shout out. Absolutely, Mr. Lovelock. How are you doing? It's good to hear from you. Can I play Foot Tapper? I reckon I can. William, what type of reverb do you use in the patch? I have no idea, because these are mod delay, tape echo is all that's in the patches. I don't think there's any reverb on there. Oh, it's great to have so many comments tonight. It's wonderful. Colin, yes, I will play Midnight. Absolutely, I'll do that in just a moment. I've got Rob. Greetings from California. Wonderful. Trouble, yes, this has got 11 to 49 Ernie balls, I think. Might be wrong. Might be Didaro's. And this has got whatever it came with, which I think are probably 9s, so they'll get changed at some point. This is the only one I've got 9s on now. Sorry, yeah, it's the only one I've got 11s on now. I used to use 11s a lot, but I've gone to 10 to 46 on the others. I don't tend to find strings make too much difference to me anymore. I used to use 12s and 13s, but the guitars were unplayable at some point. So just use whatever you're comfortable with, really. Yes, it is a classic vibe. Classic vibe, Squire Simon Neil Strat. Nice and cheap, but or relatively. Yep. So let's do Foot Tapper. Foot tapper with a couple of extra notes. All the notes, but in the wrong order, probably. There we go. Yes, Paul, I was just thinking about that, funnily enough. But for those of you who don't know, my good friend, Mr. Lovelock, we were doing a gig with the band and we played Foot Tapper. And I think it was a couple of weeks later, his little girl was quietly doing her homework and was humming Foot Tapper. So obviously had a bit of an impression on her. It's fantastic to see so many of you on here tonight. Charles, how do you remember all the tunes? I don't. If you've been watching tonight, I don't. There's a lot of them when we play with the band. A lot of the sort of main Shads hits we play with the band a lot of the time. So we're playing them every week. So it's, you know, you get to remember them. There's some songs that just stick in the mind for some reason. It depends on what the song is, really. So if it's one for YouTube, if I'm just doing it as a video, I'll tab it, I'll record it, and then I'll probably never play it again. So it's a bit difficult. But that's why I like to have the tabs, because I can always refer back to them, and in case I ever want to play them again. That's, right. Anyway, let's do Midnight. Someone asked for it just now. Thank you, Sydney. You're too kind. It's a great track, that one. It's always gets people up dancing when we play that one. That's, anyway, this is Midnight. hi Steve, do you have a wound third? No, I don't, because basically I've never really needed it. So this has got 11 to 49, just a standard set of either Didarios or something like that. So, yeah, no idea. I've never knowingly used a wound third. I suppose I might have done on the 12s and 13s, but never really noticed anything. But, Danny, lovely to hear from you. I hope you're good. Francine from Canada. Wow, literally got everyone in tonight. Fantastic to see so many of you on. 66 of you currently watching. Fantastic. Right, I better carry on playing some songs then, I suppose. Yes, we can do Sleepwalk. Yeah, let's do it. I posted this one up, oddly enough, just this morning on Facebook. So hopefully I should... Paul, no, I haven't changed pickups in this. They are whatever it came with. The guitar, apart from it's got a heavier block in the back, the guitar is literally as it was. Right, Sleepwalk. Beautiful song. Right, what else have we got? What pick do I use, Colin? Most of the time, if I've got some to hand, I use a George Dennis 1.05 sharp. Don't know if you can see that too well. They're an orange pick. Hank used to use the red 1.3s, I think, and that was when I first got onto them, but I found the red ones a little bit too heavy for my liking. But I often use Fender heavies, depends whatever I can find really, but these, I like these because they've got a little grip on them so they don't tend to slip, especially when it gets a bit hot and hands get a little bit wet. But hope that helps you. Michael, greetings from Holland. How long have I been playing? How long have I been playing? I think I started when I was about 10. I played until I was about 16 and I gave up, and then I restarted again probably when I was about 24. So on and off about 20 years now, but playing probably the last 5 or 6 years I've been playing sort of really really full on really, but it's good fun. I do enjoy it. It means a lot to me. Man of mystery. It would go horribly wrong. I really would. I couldn't even play the middle part of it. It's been a long time since I played that. But yes, there is. So those of you interested, I'll give you a little rundown of my setup tonight. So I've got my, as I say, Squire Classic Vibe. That's going into a Zoom G3X, which has got the Hall's Echo patches on it. That's going into a Boss Katana 50. And that's yeah, that's great amp. Again, I use this setup for gigs quite a lot with the band. I've got a Vox AC30 as well, but a lot of the time, unless it's a big venue, the Vox doesn't really come out. A lot of, you know, if we're doing a full-on Shads type gig, then I use it for the look. But yeah, there we go. As I say, picks, that's the one I use, but you know, I've used Fender Heavies, the Jim Dunlop 1mm. I tend to play a 1mm most of the time. There we go. What else should we do? Someone asked for Telstar earlier, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to do that now for you. echo goes on and on and on that one. There we go. Hope you enjoyed that one. What else we got? Got stacks of tracks. Marty, it's a 2010. This one. I don't think they make them anymore, but certainly not in this combination. But they do still make the Classic Vibe series. They make the Classic Vibe 50s series, which is Fiesta Red, but with a maple board. And I see recently they're doing one with the gold hardware as well, which is really nice. It's, right, where were we? Do I do my own guitar setups? Sometimes, depends. I can do the basics, what I need to do. If it's something really major, then I have some friends that do all that for me. This guitar actually had a new neck fitted. When I got it shipped to me, the wonderful people, can't remember who it was now, but actually dropped it on its head and snapped the head just there. Thankfully I was able to get a replacement Squire Simon Neil neck, and it bolted straight on, but a good friend of mine who's sadly passed away a couple of years ago now, Ken Leftwich, he done a fantastic setup on this guitar, and it's never been touched since, apart from just cleaned up and restrung every now and then. Okay, let's do Dance On. Dance On with a wrong note or two. Oh, these earphones are horrendous. They keep falling out my ear and they really hurt. But never mind. Got so many songs. Yes, what have we got? Is the Joy Oasis tone on my setup today? No, it's not. I actually don't have a Joy Oasis tone anymore. Because this setup I've got with the G3X and the Boss Katana does everything I need it to do. I use it live, I use it for this, plugged into the computer, just does everything I need it to do really, and so I've not changed it for a long time. It's been actually quite a consistent setup for me, which doesn't happen too often. But right, this one's for Poppy. She asked for this one earlier, and it's my dear old dad's favourite, bless him. This is Wonderful Land. Thank you very much. It's, yes, trouble. To be honest, I can't fault it at the moment. So it just always seems to sound great. For a long time, I've had numerous echo units, numerous amplifiers, trying to find something that was consistent, but also had multi-purpose, so I could use it for this sort of stuff. I live in a flat, so running a Vox AC30 mic'd up is no good to me at all. But I can get reasonable sound with this gear, so I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. It's, Paul, to be honest, I did have a TVS3 a long time ago, and I sold that to a friend of mine, just because it was a brilliant unit, and I do really, it's the best one. But if I had a nice studio where I could have a Vox and a custom shop Strat and a TVS3 set up, I could spend hours in there and just be more than happy. But unfortunately, the sort of stuff I do, going out on playing pubs and clubs and stuff, having that sort of gear and that sort of expense in a pub and club just doesn't work. I mean, the rig I've got now, a Boss guitar, is about £160, something like that, or it was when I bought it. The Zoom was about £100 plus the patches, and this guitar was about £300. So it's talking about £600 all in all, and I've done numerous gigs with this, so never had a problem. It's not quite as good as sounding as the TVS and stuff, but 95% of the way there. Right. Yeah, let's do the one that starts it all off, because I haven't done that tonight. I don't think. Haven't done that yet, anyway. But who for you is the best Hank around? Do you know what? There's probably a couple. The best for me, hands down, probably is Colin Price-Jones from the Rapiers. If you ever get the chance to see the Rapiers, they are. I went to see them with Jimmy Germain about 2 years ago at Clacton, and walked out of the theatre after and was going to sell all my gear because it was like I imagine watching the Shadows in 1959, 60, 61 was, you know, the steps and everything. The Rapiers really are the pinnacle of Shadows style bands for me. Justin Daesh is a fantastic guitar player, and again, he's got that really wonderful sound. Trying to think who else. Phil Kelly, of course, got wonderful Shadows sound and well worth checking out. Used to play with Bruce Welch's Shadows. Daniel Martin, although doesn't really play a lot of Shadow stuff these anymore, but again, another phenomenal guitar player. There we go. Hope that helped. Colin, the George Dennis picks came direct from George Dennis himself. You can only buy them direct from him, as far as I understand, unless you find a dealer. And they only sell them in packs of 72. And I've actually had 2 lots of those. So I've had 144 picks, and I think I'm down to my last 10. I lose a lot. I've given quite a few away at gigs and stuff because people seem to like them. So, but there we go. Right, I hope that answers your query. George Dennis Direct is certainly worth checking out. So you might find them every now and then. They do come up on eBay if someone's bought a massive pack of them, but you can only really buy them direct. There we go. Right, what else we got? Oh yes, right. Let's do the song that you can't do once you've had a few shandies, because you'd probably get arrested for pronouncing the name of the song wrong. The Rise and Fall of Flingle Bunts. Rise and Fall of Flingelbunt. Yes, Phil Kelly's actually got one of the original Miazzi drum echoes, and again, well worth checking out if on YouTube. Type in Phil Kelly, and I'm sure it will come up. Fantastic guitar player. His Gary Moore tribute is absolutely brilliant. There are actually a few, as I say. Trouble, yes, you mentioned Robbie. Apologies, Robbie's again got the most closest recorded sound ever. Absolutely magic. Just check him out, Robbie Januasa. There's obviously the guys at TVS3 as well. They've all got the sound. Gary Taylor. There's so many guys that have got that sound now that's seemed elusive for so very long. No, I've never tried Christian's VST system. I did try to use it once, and I couldn't get it to install and work properly, so I gave up. I like hardware sort of stuff that I can see what's going on. Yes, there we go. And so I've tried numerous systems over the years. I've had a Miazzi, I've had various Vox Echoes, short toms, long toms. They're all great in their own individual way, and they're all fantastic. But when you're doing, you know, the sort of amount of gigs and stuff, and taking that sort of gear out on the road, it becomes a little bit interesting. For a little while, I was using a custom shop Strat TVS3 and a Vox AC30 Heritage with blues, and it was a wonderful sound. But it was very heavy. You know, it was a couple of trips to the car and stuff, but it was it was just, I think it's about £7,000 worth of stuff at the time. I didn't pay that for it, thankfully. I bought a lot of that second hand. But no, Paul, I've never met Hank. I've met Bruce, met Brian Licorice Lockin, met Brian Bennett, Jet Harris just before he, a few years before he passed away. Never met Tony Meehan, unfortunately. But Alan Jones I've met as well. But no, not Hank. Hank's still on the to meet list. You never know, one day. You never know, it could happen. But yes, sorry Sydney, of course, yes. Right, a lot of that's the key to a lot of the sound and stuff for me with a lot of the players. As I say, Colin, Danny Godley was another one I forgot to mention. Another great player. All them people really listen to the songs and really sort of, you know, there's a way of playing it, and you've got to have that feel, and you've got to be a fan as well. But you've got to be a fan of it all to. It's a bit of a lifestyle, really. Yes, you want the Cobra. I will play the Cobra. I'm just hoping this isn't going to make a horrible noise when I disconnect this, but I will switch over to the Cobra. There we go. Right, what should we do on the Cobra? I forgot. Done that one, done that one, done that one. Let's do Geronimo. See how this comes out. Geronimo. Can you hear Theme for Young Lovers on the Cobra? I don't normally do songs again once I've done once in a set, but yeah, go on then. I'll do that one for you again. Hopefully that answered all your questions on that one, but I am going to switch back over to the red one because just because the strings sound a little bit dead on that one for some reason. I'll change them, so they're probably a little bit light for my liking, but it's a nice colour though, lovely guitar. Anyway, what else we got? Mick, yes, absolutely, I will be doing FBI at some point. But, do you know what, Paul? I've been playing guitar so much recently that they've started getting a little bit tender. There's not really a lot else to do when with this lockdown stuff going on, but it's nice to forget about everything for a little while and doing these sort of stuff. But, what else we got? Yes. So this is from Hank Plays Cliff album, and this is The Young Ones. Hope you enjoyed that one. What have we got? Richard, this is the Zoom G3X and Boss Katana and Squire Classic Vibe Strat. Nothing too complicated. What else we got? Trouble. No equalisation applied after all of this. So I think there's some equalisation with the patches and stuff going on, but that's it. There's nothing after it leaves the amp and goes into the Focusrite. There's nothing there. But Stefan, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. There's some fantastic names of songs coming out here, but they're all ones I don't know, unfortunately. Again, Perfidia I haven't played for a long time. Midnight Cowboy, no, again I've never played it. I really should learn some of these other songs, but there's a lot I haven't done on here yet. So unless you're completely bored and want to go to bed, I'm just going to carry on and get through the set. Gary, no, I don't have the Custom Shop 56 anymore. I sold that because, to be honest, I didn't really like it. The neck had the nitrocellulose finish on it, and I kept getting stuck to it. Same with this bit here. Whenever it got a bit warm, I got stuck to it. The neck was really big, and it was a great guitar. It looked wonderful, but yeah, it was just, yeah, it was one of those things, unfortunately. But there we go. Right, I'm going to do a song that I'd always seem to struggle with, but never mind. It's Peace Pipe. That one catches me out. Oh dear. Never sure why. Probably I don't really play it enough, really. But it's not one we do in the band, unfortunately. But, what else we got? Yeah, let's do The Frightened City. There it is. Middle pickup for this one, I think. Oh, not that one. Not that one. That one. I like throwing in an occasional bum note. It makes you realise you're not listening to the record. Right, we did. Yes, we did do it. We did do Living Doll. No, we didn't. Did the Young Ones earlier on. So we're going to do the Living Doll this time. Fabulous song. Dale, lovely to hear from you. I hope you're doing good. Do you know what? Everyone plays bum notes and stuff every now and then. As I say, I've seen Hank play bum notes. I've seen, even the best players play bum notes. All adds to the fun of it. So if it's meant to be perfect, we'd get paid a lot more money for it. Right, I'm going to do this next one. So as a lot of you know, I do a lot of songs that not necessarily by the Shadows, but they're sort of, along that sort of style of music. So this one, I'm going to dedicate this to someone very special. beautiful song. Bit of Eric Clapton for you there. Bring it a little bit more up to date there. What have we got? Stephen, I'm from Essex. Yes, just outside London. Not too far. Wow, greetings from Hungary. Lovely to hear from you all. Hope you're doing good. Ramon, I hope I've got said your name right there. Greetings from Chile. Wonderful. Hope you're doing well. So fantastic to have so many people watching tonight. I've had California, Chile, Holland. It's wonderful. And the good old UK as well. For those of you who don't know and haven't seen it, 6 years ago I was on Britain's Got Talent, and I played this next song, and I haven't played it until very recently, because it was a song I dedicated to my dear old dad, bless him. I sadly lost him nearly 2 years ago, and I haven't really played it, but I should do, because it was the song I played on Britain's Got Talent. So this is for my dad. Dedicated to my dear old dad, bless him. A bit of a story behind that song. And so when I was doing Britain's Got Talent, they said to me, I got through the initial auditions stage, and they said, you're going to play a song, but you're only allowed to do a maximum of 2 minutes. I looked through a lot of the songs, and I wanted to do my own thing, really. I could have done some Shadows tracks, I suppose, but I wanted to do my own thing, and I wanted to dedicate that one to my dear old dad, bless him, because without him I wouldn't be a Shadows fan, and I wouldn't be doing what I do at all. Yeah, my dear old dad, bless him. I got a good friend of mine, John, to record that backing track for me, and it's 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So I'd say David Williams loved it. The other three didn't, but never mind. The audience loved it, and that's all that matters. Right, what else we got? Wow, still loads. Absolutely loads. Okay, let's do a bit of round and round for you. Mick, how do you record all these songs in your head? Do you have the scores in front of you? No, not tonight. I haven't had a single score in front of me tonight. I probably should have done, because then I might have been able to remember a lot of them. But no scores tonight. They're all they're just songs that I play quite a lot. And just remember, there's some songs that stick in your head. You play them a few times, and they just stick there, and that's it. There's plenty that don't. I said earlier on, there's a lot of songs that I'd love to be able to do on the fly like this, but I can never remember them. Play the guitar with your feet, absolutely. It wasn't so much about that. It was just it was a great opportunity, and I loved every minute of it. Long day. I think it was the Birmingham ICC. I did my filming at, and I was there for 12 hours, photo shoots and stuff. And I think I was on the telly on Britain's Got Talent, I was on telly for about 2-3 minutes. And then I think on Britain's Got More Talent, I was on there for about 10 minutes. But Simon Cowell actually choked on a mint while I was on stage. And he started choking. David Williams went up and gave him the Heimlich manoeuvre. And yes, that could have been a right claim to fame had something happened to Simon Cowell then. That's right. Couple more for you now, and then I think I'm going to knock it on the head for tonight. We've done 2 hours and 10 already. Gone quick. But I must do this one for my good old friend, Mr. Stuart Watts, rhythm guitar player in my band. Anyone who doesn't already, please follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I do these sort of things quite regularly. I tend not to do them on YouTube too often, because I tend to have a set schedule with YouTube, but I often do Facebook ones. So, feel free to, Steve Reynolds Guitarist, I think, is the Facebook one. Follow me on there, and if you've got any questions or anything, absolutely send them over to me, and I'll always do my best to answer them. So, this is The Savage. Love the way the echo tails off there. Brilliant track. Right, I'm going to do one more if I can remember it. Just make sure I can get the intro correct. Otherwise this could sound horrendous. I can get it right. Something like that. There we go. Mick, lovely to hear from you. Hope you're good. You take care. Thank you very much for joining me all. It's been an absolute privilege. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I've certainly enjoyed it. But until next time, stay safe, look after each other, and yes, see you all very, 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 very soon, I promise. care, everyone, and I will speak to you all very, very, very soon. Till next time, stay safe.